All right, let's call this meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. This is a regular workshop meeting consisting of the mayor and the city council of the city of Prospect Heights. It's Monday, April 8th, 2019, and we're meeting at 8 North Elmhurst Road in the confines chambers of the city of Prospect Heights. So let's have a call to order for quorum, please.
Yes. Alderman Williamson? Here. Alderman Ludwigson? Here. Alderman Rosenthal?
Here.
Alderman Dolick?
Here.
All right, we have the Pledge of Allegiance. Alderman Williamson, will you lead us in that, please?
Sure will, thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bless you.
All right, our first item is approval of, Joe?
Yes, sir. We have the minutes of the March 25th meeting. If there are any changes or additions, and if not, we will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
To make a motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? There being none, roll call, please.
Alderman Dolick?
Aye.
Alderman Rosenthal?
Aye.
Alderman Ludwigson?
Aye.
Alderman Williamson?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Joe, take it from there.
No presentations tonight, but we do have a proclamation for Arbor Day.
All right, Madam Clerk, would you read that for us, please?
Sure. In celebration of Arbor Day, whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees, and whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of the business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Therefore, Nicholas Helmer, Mayor of the City of Prospect Heights, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 26, 2019, as Arbor Day in the City of Prospect Heights, and he urges all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, Mayor Helmer urges all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations.
All right, thank you. Let's have the council sign in on that. Take your roll call, please.
Alderman Williamson? Alderman Ludwigson?
Aye.
Alderman Dolick?
Aye.
Alderman Rosenthal?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes 4-0. And where does this go now? The proclamation itself.
The
Where do we
proclamation,
take it? To the Arbor Day group, or?
I guess it would go to,
Can I chime in, sir?
Yes,
Go ahead.
It goes to the National Arbor Day Foundation, and this week we'll be posting a little information about every year we have a little Arbor Day ceremony with the school district. So the proclamation sets us as one of the key things we need for Tree City USA.
thank you.
Okay, Joe?
Public concerns and comments, I don't believe we have any.
No, we have none.
Which brings us to staff, elected officials, and the commission report, sir.
All right, let's go with the elected officials. Alderman Ludwigson.
No report.
Alderman Dolick.
No report, sir.
Alderman Rosenthal.
No report.
And Alderman Williamson.
No report.
Thank you. That's a no report. all the way through. Thank you. Next, please.
Any staff reports? We're good, okay, which brings
Hey.
us,
We have a staff report addressed. to
I
Nash.
do.
oh, all right.
I just wanted to remind everybody that Saturday, April 13th, 2019, is the Mayor's Community Breakfast at the Crown Plaza Hotel at 2875 North Milwaukee Avenue in Northbrook. The tickets are $16 each in advance and $20 at the door. It's going to be a wonderful event, and we hope to see as many people in the community as possible attend. Also, I wanted to say that on May 6th of 2019, we're going to have our swearing-in ceremony for all newly elected officials, which will be retired Judge Etchingham will be performing the officiation, and it's going to be at the Rob Roy Golf Course Clubhouse, and I believe it's going to be at 6:30 p.m., is that correct?
Regular meeting time, yes.
Yes. Also wanted to bring it to the attention of the council that we have a meeting scheduled for May 27th on Memorial Day, and I thought this might be a good time to bring it up and to reschedule that meeting.
All right, let's do that, Joe, this evening maybe, and put out the news tomorrow. I imagine it'll be on Tuesday rather than Monday. Does that sound right?
Generally, right?
Yeah.
It's-
All right, well, address it in an email, and we'll change our calendars when we receive it. All right, so where were we? Staff? No one else on staff report? Anyone? Up and down the line, the answer is no. Joe?
Which brings us to discussion topics for the workshop meeting. We have none tonight, really, because we're still in the budget period, which we will talk about later on. And if anybody has any ideas for the next meeting, please advise. Which brings us to 10, consent agenda. These are items that are pretty much in routine in nature. If there are any questions or comments on tonight's agenda.
All right, we want a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
We have a second? Any comments, objections, et cetera? There being none, let's take a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Rosenthal?
Aye.
Alderman Ludwigson? Alderman Dolick?
Aye.
Alderman Williamson?
Motion passes.
Can I ask a question about item C, not related to the vote? But I've gotten a few calls, direct emails, and people are talking about a local social media app asking about the hours of construction for the Palatine Road project. Is that primarily going to be at night, or are they also going to be shutting down lanes during the day?
Well, at this point, from what we know, primarily that because of Palatine Road functions as a state-identified strategic regional arterial, which is viewed as almost like a local expressway. And because of that, they are, at least initially, what we're advised is, the request is that they would be doing the resurfacing work between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m.
Okay. And so you know they're also doing work on Dundee, and they're also doing work on Lake Cook at the same time, so. All right, thank you for the info.
I believe River Road is involved too, maybe by a different party, but they'll be under construction at the same time. They've been constructing River Road for a very long time.
I just have a quick question. Is the hourly rate for the nighttime work any different than the hourly rate for the daytime work?
Yes, there's additional, I don't know if it's hourly rates for the laborers, but there is an additional cost that was approved by IDOT. It's an IDOT project. There's no cost to the city.
To the city, right.
To that, but
All
but
right,
there is a nighttime construction
we
cost.
did have a vote that passed 4-0, and what's moving on, Joe?
We have no old business, and under new business, all of our items are first reading. Item 12A is, this is the annual salary ordinance, ordinance amending Title I of the City Code, adopting the pay plan. This is compensation for officers' employee salaries. Those that are not covered by collective bargaining contracts in Public Works or Police Department. If there are any questions, concerns, or comments?
So this is a first reading.
Yes, sir.
Questions? Anyone? All right, moving on to the item B.
And B is also first reading. This is the staff memo and ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2019-2020 budget for the city of Prospect Heights, also first reading. Adoption will be at our second meeting in May.
Questions? Anyone? Moving on?
I'm sorry, adoption will be when?
Our second meeting in May, 2 weeks from tonight. April. I'm sorry, April. Sorry.
That's the kind of stuff I was doing last meeting.
Sorry about that.
Get lost in the jumble gumble.
Yeah, what I mean is that what I mean to say is these have to be adopted by May 1.
Right. Good. Next.
C is staff memo and ordinance establishing water rates for fiscal year 2019-2020.
Have we seen a program for that? I mean, the amounts involved?
I'll ask Finance Director Ducharme because there's a couple things that are part of the water rates, and there are updates that we get notice from American Water, which gets notices from both Glenview and Wilmette. So anything to add, Mr. Ducharme?
I don't have any information related to that rate increase. What we've proposed here is a water rate for fiscal year 1920 that's showing a 1.8% increase from $52.11 to $53.07. It's pretty much arrived at through a formula that looks at 4 specific areas. Same 4 specific areas have been analyzed for as far back as I had gone to look at it. We take into account actual costs. For the most part, probably the biggest factor would either be consumption or capital improvements related to the water and sewer system.
So there you have it. Does anybody know what he said?
Mr. Mayor, just a
Yep.
quick question.
Yes, sir.
How
go
many gallons come with, is there a base amount that you get for the base billing? Is it 1,000 or gallons that you get with your base $50-some a month, and then it's $6 per thousand more?
It's
It's 1,000?
just 1,000 per thousand, I should say.
So then if you use 2,000, you're just adding the $6.51.
Correct.
All right, anything else on that issue? If not, what's next?
And then finally, for new business is D, the staff memo and ordinance approving the official zoning map for the city of Prospect Heights. And this is an annual requirement.
And that was redone, or do we just reissue what we have?
I think we had any changes, I believe it's a reissue, isn't it?
There were a couple of heading corrections in the key. A couple of the zoning districts were mistitled, so we had those corrected. Otherwise, the actual body of the map was the same.
All right, anyone else, questions?
If anybody would like a full size, I can get that for them, or 11 by 17s can be made available if you'd like. Just let me
Great.
know.
That'd be great, thanks.
Yep.
No.
Take a picture. The next one, Joe?
And that brings us to
Warrant?
approval of the warrants. Yes, sir.
Okay. Madam Clerk, on the warrants, please.
So expenses for this period of $270,284.19. March 29, 2019 payroll posting in the amount of $143,074.46. and total warrants of $413,358.65.
Motion to approve the warrants as presented.
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Williamson.
Aye.
Alderman Rosenthal.
Aye.
Alderman Ludwigson.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. We do have an executive session this evening. Joe, is there anything else you want to add before we make a motion?
Just to make sure we don't have any public comments, non-agenda?
None.
Okay, make sure of that, which, yes, sir, it does bring us to executive session.
All right.
So I'd entertain a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss the sale of city-owned property.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're good with that? All right.